I struggle to relate to today's music, so instead of complaining about it, I made my own.
Hey guys! Can't believe it's another Tuesday already. I really hope your week is starting off in a positive direction. Last week I talked about knowing your worth and knowing when to say no when it comes to who you choose to do business with. There are a lot of people, professional or not, that you will work with, but for various reasons will most likely be someone you never work with ever again. It's really tough finding people you trust, bond with, and share the same goals with. For today's video, I want to talk about building a team. Just because you're an independent artist doesn't mean that you have to do everything independently. I'm sure you're used to that though, because when just getting started, you sadly don't really have a choice in that matter. Trust me, I know. But eventually, if you want to expand in your career, you will certainly need help and a team to level up. I want to give you guys some pointers on what to look out for when finding the right people to join your team. This way, hopefully, you can avoid people from wasting your time. I've worked with all different types of producers, mentors, and publicists, and I tried so hard to build a team with certain people. But in all those people, there was always something missing. I never felt like they were a true fan of my work or music. They looked at it as a job to do and finish. So in my opinion, that would be number one. Make sure you are working with people who are a fan of you and your music. Without this, how could they have faith in your craft and your career? When it comes to finding a producer or a publicist or any other professional in that matter to become a part of your team, make sure that you are working with someone who isn't just getting paid for the job. Even if they are extremely professional and talented, if that lack of faith in your craft is even slightly there, it can make a really big difference. I've worked with real professionals, but it didn't matter. There was always that elephant in the room where I could feel that they were just doing a job. They were never motivated to push me or fought to encourage me on those days when I felt really down and felt like giving up. It never really felt like they wanted it for me. Yes, they would do what I asked and they got the job done, but looking back, there was a lot of half-assing it because they were hired to do a job and not a fan. Number two would be look out for how they communicate. How do they respond to you? This one is crucial to me. There's nothing I hate more than somebody who completely sucks at communication. I worked with a producer who, although was very talented, drove me completely insane with his lack of communication. He was never on time either, and that is not a good combination, obviously. I was often left waiting with no idea of an ETA. And when it came to scheduling, deadlines, and questions, you can be sure that they were last minute, missed, and unanswered. Him, along with so many other people that I worked with, were never good at communicating. It is so important to know that you are working with someone who's reliable, prompt, and respects your time, especially if you're paying them. Number three, make sure you are on the same page and you want the same things. Choose people who are motivated and work the same way you do. If you work with someone who does music more as a hobby, but you want music to be your full-time career, that is most likely not a good person to have joining your team. They may not be as eager to finish a project or as determined to succeed as you are. I've worked my best and had my best outcome when I worked with somebody who thought the same way I did and liked the same things I liked. In the beginning, I worked with a producer who was much older than me and we weren't on the same page. We didn't really like the same genre of music, and it was really hard to connect musically and also in a friendship. When you can relate and bond, that's when you know that you'll have a valuable partnership with this person. Last but not least, make sure that they are actually good at what they do. You should be a fan of them too. Do your research, ask them questions, and maybe try to do a trial run with them before officially signing on to anything. Whether you're looking for a producer, a writer, a manager, a videographer, or anybody else in that matter to join your team, if any of the things that I mentioned are missing, your dream team can easily become a nightmare. I'm still trying to find the right people myself. I've certainly found the wrong people, that's for sure, because that's super easy to do. But like I mentioned in my last video, when you learn your worth and you learn yourself, your eyes will open up and you'll know exactly what you're looking for when it comes to finding people to join your team. As artists, our time is very precious, and if someone doesn't respect that, they have got to go. The hardest part of growth is looking back at all the time and money wasted, the disrespect, and the regrets. But without it, you will never learn yourself and learn from your mistakes and know exactly what you're looking for. Failure helps you become a winner, and you will definitely know who to look for when building a team. The right people are out there, and they will encourage you, believe in you, and improve you. Never settle. Thank you all for watching. If these videos have helped one artist from feeling alone or from dealing with all the bullshit that I've dealt with, then this has been so worth it. Just know that I'm on your team and I believe in you. I'll see you next Tuesday.